Apple has just dropped the new M2 Pro, M2 Max, as well as the M2 Mac Mini. So let's start with the smallest update. Everyone pretty much expected this. Apple just updated the Mac Mini with the new M2 chip. This is the same M2 chip that they used in the M2 Air, as well as the M2 MacBook Pro 13-inch. So there's nothing really new here outside the new chip, except the price drop. The base model of the Mac Mini is now only $599. So let's come to the main news you've been waiting for, the M2 Pro and the M2 Max. So let's start with the smaller one, the M2 Pro. It features a brand new CPU with up to 12 cores. 4 of those are high efficiency and 4 of those are high performance. This CPU should be 20% faster than the last generation M1 Pro processor, which was still ridiculously fast. So I'm keen to see how much of an upgrade this really will be. The M2 Pro also comes with up to 32 gigabytes of unified storage, with 200 gigabytes per second of bandwidth, which I just can't imagine how fast that's gonna be. But let's wait till I speak about the Max. Let's get to Apple's next generation GPU. This comes with 19 cores. I know, it's a bit of an odd number, but the results speak for themselves. It is a 30% increase over the last gen, which was pretty decent, but I feel like this was still the area where the M1 Pros were lacking in. Image processing as well as video analysis gets a huge boost, with up to 40% better than last gen, with the new upgraded neural engine. And also, video playback and encoding should be getting a huge boost too, with the upgraded media engine in the M2 Pro. And before I get to the big dog, if you're enjoying the video, please leave a like and subscribe down below. It really helps the channel. Thank you. And here we go, the M2 Max. Listen to this. It gets the same CPU as the M2 Pro, with the same 12 cores consisting of 4 high efficiency ones and 8 high power ones. But with the CPU staying the same as the Pro, the big upgrade comes in the GPU. This guy can go up to 38 cores. You just heard that right. This is again 30% better than last gen, with the M1 Max being ridiculously good. And this is a third better. That's probably the amount of performance that someone like me is never going to use. And speaking of overkill, this chip also gets 96 gigabytes of unified storage and with a max bandwidth of 400 gigabytes per second. And also, I forgot to mention at the beginning, you know that M2 Pro chip, right? It can go into the Mac Mini too. The new Mac Mini can have an M2 chip as well as an M2 Pro chip, which is a great upgrade and is probably the Mac Mini Pro that they used to have before in that nice space black color. But this time you can only choose silver. Let's now get to all of the other upgrades that the laptops have too. So let's start off with Wi-Fi 6E. I think this is a bit overdue because most Windows laptops already have this, but Apple was kind of holding back on it to get to the point of it, which basically doubles your internet speed if you already have fast enough internet and a Wi-Fi 6E router too. So that was the first upgrade, and the second one, which I'm really excited about, the new HDMI port. I was quite upset at the M1 chips being capable of just displaying to a 4K display at 60 Hz, which was just unbelievably tiring to look at. 60 Hz, come on guys. I know all of your Apple displays are at 60 Hz, but then again, there are some people who just use 120 Hz displays with their MacBooks or their Mac Minis. But this time they upgraded it to go all the way up to 8K 60 Hz, which you know what that means. Yeah, you can connect it to your fanciest TV if you have a huge 8K TV, but most importantly, you can go on a 4K display with 240 Hz. Just imagine that, Mac OS in 240 Hz. Also, the battery life is getting a bit better, with adding 1 hour to each laptop's time, which isn't a big upgrade, but the battery life on the M1 Pros was already ridiculous, so an hour better is nothing to complain about. And last but not least, the part you've been waiting for, the price. It basically stays the same as last year. So $2,000 for the 14-inch model and $2,500 for the 16-inch model, which I feel like is pretty reasonable for the amount of performance you're getting. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick recap of the new M2 Pros, and if you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe down below, and this actually helps to get these laptops into my own hands so I can test them out for you guys. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.